Coach Bacon Cheeseburger saw me and said, Tashawn, what you doing out of timeout? First Kanji ran, and then I ran. He started chasing us like we were in a horror movie.
Nate Goyard.
Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, no stamps. New hoes, 10 toes, new guac, new bands, new whip, new chips, new kicks, Jackie Chan, that she pay. Bad bitch, no bag, I just hit another lick and she be counting in my restaurant. I be feeling hella rich, no Brian, I'm stack, about to make another hit, God.
Growing up from ages 10 to 12, I was obsessed with gang culture. You know, doing illegal stuff with a group of people, getting to fights or shootouts, and hustling my way to the top on some Scarface stuff. Now, I know what you're thinking, and trust me, I'm not talking about those kind of gangsters. I'm talking about these kind of gangsters, you know, from the mob movies. While everyone wanted to be a Blood or a Crip, I was out here trying to be Al Capone or Tony Montana. I used to watch Scarface religiously and hope that one day I could build an empire just like his at 11 years old. And by building an empire, I mean legally, because I didn't want my mom to figure out about it. And then, you know, all of a sudden, I get a post-pregnancy abortion operated. My methods of making money in middle school were pretty simple. I buy candy from the corner store and I sell it. Or I buy this really cheap soda I found at the grocery store and I sell it. Both of these plans failed because people were trying to get my product for free. Especially like the really pretty girls, they like try to use that to their advantage. They would want me to give away my product for free or at a discount just because they got good looks. And I'm like, do I look like a charity service to you? I don't give away my for free. No cash, no candy. Another thing wrong with my business was that I was selling my product way cheaper than what I originally bought it at. And for my soda, nobody bought it because they said it tasted like medicine. I kind of just gave up on the idea of becoming Tony Montana and started trying to live like a somewhat regular kid in 8th grade until the hot new thing came and hit the school. Kids were addicted to this substance, so much they'd snort it. This substance was called Fun Dip. I'm talking about Fun Dip, like the dumbasses at my school really went around snorting Fun Dip. There were 2 kids who were selling Fun Dip, and all the other kids would spend their life savings just so they can have the sweet powder. My friend Hassani had the idea to sell Fun Dip and brought back my inner hustler. Or in other words, we copied these niggas' whole flow just to make a quick buck.
Kiss me through the phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow.
Oh,
word for word,
shit.
bar for bar.
Oh,
don't act like
shit.
So I assembled us a small crew of people who would help me trap. This crew consists of Hassani, Kanji, and our supply man Ibrahim. So basically, Ibrahim would go to this Muslim or Arab market that sold food and candy for a bit cheaper than if I would have bought the Fun Dip anywhere else, like Target. And he would bring us these big ass boxes that had at least 100 packets of Fun Dip in there. And me, Hassani, and Kanji would split up and sell some of the packets for 75 cents, which was a quarter more than our competition. That was a dumb move on my behalf because our competitions have leverage over us because they were cheaper. But we were just trying to make money. Somehow, this strategy I came up with made us lots of money. And by lots, I mean over $100 because when we was in 8th grade, $100 seemed like a lot at the time. I had a whole plastic bag filled with money because I used to hold on to the money and I was low-key kind of flexing the money on kids when I used to count. I like pull out a whole bag and I'll just be randomly counting the money. I held on to the money because can't be trusted. I'm playing. I held on to the money because I was like just the guy who held on to the money. But counting the money, that would lead to our downfall because one day me, Hassani, and Kanji went behind the boiler room to count money. None other than Coach Bacon Cheeseburger with no pickles and extra lettuce caught us counting money. He said, "Hey Hassani, Tashawn, what y'all doing with all that money?" Hassani responds with nothing. Then Coach Burger says, "Can I hold on to that?" Hassani refused to give up the money and Coach Cheeseburger said, "We gotta go to timeout." So me and the homies sat in timeout reading manga, and Hassani was like, why are we sitting here? We don't have to listen to Coach Bacon Cheeseburger. We aren't 5 years old. How is timeout going to hold us? Then Kanji said, yeah, but what if Coach Bacon Cheeseburger catches us? Hassani replied with, what's the worst Coach Bacon Cheeseburger can do? Send us back to timeout? So me and the homies left timeout, and we started walking around campus. And I will tell you, after Hassani said that, I became a lot bolder, because when I walked around, we ran to Coach Bacon Cheeseburger. Hassani was the first one to run away. He was talking all that mess just to run away. And then Kanji and I, we kept walking like idiots. And I was thinking, what's the worst Coach Bacon Cheeseburger can do to me? What's the worst he can do to me? Coach Bacon Cheeseburger saw me and said, Tashawn, what you doing out of timeout? First Kanji ran, and then I ran. He started chasing us like we were in a horror movie. Bro had his arms extended out like how the Flash be running. I just thought about that movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It reminded me of when the cop was running after Flintlock Wood. Flintlock Wood! While we was running, I was in my leaves transition. So I kid you not, I did the cringiest thing in my 17 years on this planet. I Naruto ran. Eventually, we got away from Coach Bacon Cheeseburger, but we were paranoid and hiding from him. We couldn't even walk out of class normally. We snuck past him to get out of class. Our business went downhill because our supply man stopped supplying us out of fear of getting in trouble after the whole Coach Bacon Cheeseburger chasing us down the hallway incident. Thanks a lot, Coach Bacon Cheeseburger with no mayo. We were so down bad that we were buying supplies from our competition. And then eventually, we stopped selling. We went out of business. We went bankrupt. Moral of the story. Don't make your product more expensive than the competition. Don't count your money in the open. Make sure your supplier will constantly supply your business. And don't buy supplies from the ops. If you found this video funny, then please share with your homies. Also like, subscribe, and comment for more videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe to Kanji and my supply man, Cobros. I love you and stay hard.
Hey, when I find Oprah Winfrey, I'ma beat her up.
He just knocked the cherry out, so I'ma beat him up.
When I find Barry White, I'ma beat him up.
When I find Odell, I'ma beat him up.
When I find Barack Obama, I'ma beat him up.
When I find
When I find Mariah Carey, I'ma beat her up.
When I find R. Kelly, I'ma beat him up.
When I find the Secretary of Defense, I'ma beat her up.
Got you drunk and I'ma be my bitch cause I just beat her up.